Coming live from California, USA is our guest this morning. Welcome to this very special edition of the KJ Masterclass Live, the show which ensures that you profit from your time spent here with experts, either through their industry insights, information, or simply learning from them. And today we have Victor Gichun. He is an entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur, investor, co-founder, and VP of Business Development at Access Logic, a leading nationwide reverse logistics provider with over 500 corporate customers, including Google, Facebook, Hitachi, and Mercedes-Benz. Welcome to the show, Victor.
Thank you, Jay, for having me here. Thank you. Pleasure.
Thank you. You are welcome. You are welcome to the show. Welcome to India and a lot of places that this show is going on. A lot of things to learn from you for entrepreneurs, young business people, and a lot of other people who want to get into business who are worried about sales. And that is why we'll be talking about how to build an ultimate B2B sales machine. First, to talk about your reverse logistics business itself, Victor, how do you work on the sales process so that you got clients like Google, Facebook, Hitachi, and Mercedes-Benz, and many like them? How does it work for you? Let's begin from there.
Yeah, this is a good question. How to get clients like Google and Facebook. This is the hardest part in any business, to acquire new customers, especially such a big customers like Google and Facebook. There's two ways you can try to approach: directly, find people in the organization, what we do, and try to find who actually dealing with reverse logistic issues, which we solving for them. And just briefly for the audience, what is reverse logistics? Reverse logistics, this is when company has some tangible assets and they no longer need those assets, and they want them either recycle or resell. And this is what we do nationwide. So we go and take it and we either recycle or resell those assets. So how we got Google and TikTok and Facebook? Lucky us, we had another client a little bit smaller than them that sell them new assets. And when they sell them new assets, Google and Facebook ask them, can you guys take old assets, because we don't have room for old assets, we want to get rid of them. And since we already served the client for them was logically very easy way to use us as a subcontractor to provide this service, so they can provide white glove approach for Google and other clients. So this is the way we acquire those huge corporations as the customers. But generally speaking, it's a B2B prospecting. It's forming database and prospecting the potential customers in the organization which meet your profile. It's in any B2B business. So nothing. This is like basics.
Right, basics. Let's go to the basics of your journey, Victor, because you make it sound very easy. Because you are an expert in this. A lot of people, that is why you are the master for today. A lot of people can learn from you. But more important is about your journey, because you moved to the US from Soviet Ukraine. You moved to you were born in a Soviet Ukraine, and then you moved to the US in 2011, and then you started with this business. How did you do this? What you do? You are a serial entrepreneur, investor. Was it? And now you own several companies. No, how does it work? When you move from a place, from a different place, at that time you talk about survival. Don't talk about thriving. You need a mindset to that. What was your mindset that led you to become a serial entrepreneur, an investor, owner of several companies, dealing with the top of the clients in the world? What about the mindset? Did it happen by itself? How did you do it? Was it hard work? Was it your mind? What was it? Share us that secret, because that is where it actually begins. That is the beginning of the success of the success that you are sitting pretty at.
Yeah, this is actually was the right word, the mindset. This is the first. If you like, usually the problem, if you can succeed, there's only three problems. You have wrong mindset, you have wrong beliefs, or you have wrong skills, or you have wrong habits. So This is like the key for any success in any business and in life. So you're right. So I was lucky because when I moved here in 2011, just with tourist visa, I didn't know anyone, just one person that helped me with real estate agent. That's it. And all the relationships, all partners, on all, I just met people and I dealt with it. This is a kind of mindset. You believe you can do it. You're right. This is the first thing. Second, like you mentioned, exactly right. You need to be disciplined and work hard. So you need to outwork people who doing what you want to do, or what you're doing. You need to outwork them because they're already here, they're already settled, they have more resources, they have more connections, they have more opportunities, and I mean money. So if you start from scratch like I did, you need to outwork these people. You need to work harder and smarter at the same time. Yeah. And lastly, you need to have kind of, I would say, vision where you want to go, who you want to be. And you need to stick with this vision. And you need to just work towards this vision, towards yourself, who you want to become and what value you want to deliver to the market. Because everything starts with value. If you provide value, market will respond.
Right. If you provide value, then the market will respond. Again, your hard work and everything, you make it sound easy, but that is such a difficult thing. Not everybody can provide value. Forget about in their product and services, they don't even are not able to provide even value in the words they speak. And that is where it begins. And that is where I want to connect sales. B2B sales especially. Because a lot of times, like once when you came to the US on a tourist visa, you did not know anybody and you started, but you wanted to build relationship, and that is where you build your business. The same is about sales. You don't know a lot of people on the other side, and still you got to get something out of them and provide value, and that can only happen when you provide value. How do you do that? Because sales is about that. How does a salesperson, and especially when they have to go for enterprise sales in terms of B2B sales, how do they do that? Because there is mindset also involved, there is relationship also involved,
Right.
that is value also involved. What is value? Is it about the type of service you provide? There you can have competition. Is it the type of product that you provide? There also you will have competition, and perhaps somebody is providing it better. But the only thing perhaps you may provide is a better relationship. So how does it work in all this spec? What would you like to tell to millions of salespeople across the world? How exactly to be, to build an ultimate sales machine like you have done, and they succeed in whatever. Because if there is no sale, there is no business, no
That's for
service,
sure.
nothing.
Right. So in terms of the how to get clients in the competition, the first of all, you need to understand how you're gonna to position yourself. Because if you just will be copycat your competitors, you will be always commodity. It doesn't matter, is it services or product. You need to go away from commodity. You need to find what one differentiator, what make you different, what exactly you're doing differently, so the potential customers can't compare you with your competitors like apple to apple. This is what anybody who's starting business or who already running business and have struggle providing bids and bidding for the business and losing those bids, like usually at 9 out of 10. They doing this, then losing this like business to competition because they have no difference but the price. So this concept need to be changed in head, in the mindset. You need to do whatever it takes to figure out what particular different you can do for this client, different way, or different combination, different order, faster, but not cheaper. Cheaper, it's not, doesn't need to be an option at all, because if you're different, then you can ask price wherever you believe it's good price for your service or for your product, if you, because nobody else provide this way. And I'm not talking about something innovative, like, for example, let's say Tesla, when Tesla was the first electric car which was commercialized. I'm not saying not everybody can be such a kind of good entrepreneur like Elon Musk. Okay, I'm talking about any business. So you need to find, just give you example, for example, Access Logic. It's just not to promote Access Logic, my company, but how we position ourselves differently from other companies. So for the audience, they will understand with this example, what do I mean by word differentiate yourself. So Access Logic take care of all type of assets, not just electronics like computers, which is 99.9% of recycling companies do. We take care of lab equipment, test equipment, semiconductor equipment. So company has different departments, and each department produce those assets which they no longer need. And we figure out for them to really use efficiently disposal process, they need to work with several vendors. By providing umbrella service for all type of services, we become different for them. That was the first differentiator which differentiate us. So when I talk to potential customer who already has 5 vendors, I tell them, do you understand how much hassle it for you to schedule 5 pickups? And he say, yeah, it's true. Would it be convenient for you if you just send one email to one person and it will be taken care of? Or it would be just blessing for me. Why don't you give us a try? See, I'm not selling him anything. I just give him alternative. So you need to find for your business how you can position yourself in the market where you are or where you're going differently. This is the first and foremost. Second differentiator, most of our competitors local, they provide their services only in one area, let's say Chicago or New York, whatever. We are nationwide. How we become nationwide, this is a long story. We got the Google, and through Google, we build a network of partners nationwide. We didn't start like nationwide company from the get-go. But this is another differentiator for our company. So you and the viewers should think, how can I maybe, again, logistically be different? Maybe I can do some, maybe go opposite. Everybody do it wide, I will go narrow. Everybody do narrow, I will go wide. This is the second differentiator again. And the third differentiator, we not only take care of like electronic assets. If company moving, consolidating, they have furniture, they have cubicles, which is not, has nothing to do with electronics. We take care of them too. So again, we're eliminating the necessity for this company to use moving companies and reduce the cost. So this is like basic things any entrepreneur need to think. By doing so, they will create the blue, so-called blue ocean. Instead of competing in the red ocean where everybody doing the same, they will build their own blue ocean and they will win.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, Victor, when you deal with big companies or even smaller companies, maybe big companies like Google, Facebook, Hitachi, and Mercedes, you work with them, even TikTok.
Right.
How does, or even smaller company, as I said, how does a salesperson who is leading sales in the team approach the first thing? Do they just talk about their product or service, or do they understand the client's requirements and approach it? Because you have a lot of bandwidth, but the client does not know about it. And so you approach with a customized approach, or you approach with a catalog. Listen, we have got everything, pick what you choose. How does it work? Because you don't get those chances again and again. And everybody is not Victor to talk not about sales but building about relationship. How does a lesser person whose job is to make sales, how does he approach this particular thing? And there are millions of them all across the world, Victor, who work very hard but are not able to crack, and to build a sales machine like you that you have built. How do they approach? What is the success tip that you can give them?
Yeah, in our team we have a so-called formula. We call it CAP: consistency, assertiveness and persistency. So, like you said, yes, it's very hard to get hold of the person in charge in Google or some other companies because there's a lot of business worldwide, and you even don't know who actually in charge of that. But once you got chance to talk to this person, first of all, the first what you need to do, you or your SDRs, whoever doing sales, they need to sell 10 minutes call, maybe even 5 minutes, depends on the level of the person. They need to find the right person. This is what we do. And the person sell 5 or 10 minute call. That's it. It's a not sales call, it's a discovery call. We're not gonna sell anything. We're trying to understand how this process works for you right now. And if we see there is a fit, you tell us. If there is a no fit and we can't provide you any value, I will hang up on myself. I promise. This is very, so you put time restriction, you put agenda, so you're gonna listen most of the time, not talking. So person understand it's not gonna be sales speech, it's gonna be discovery call. And people after some persistence, they finally say yes. And trust me, some of my customers, it me took today I got email, we onboarding with the company. It took me 2 years to get this email. This is the job. This is persistency. But you need to know because this person need to be in charge who has a call to tell, yeah, this is company I want to work with. And secondly, after you sold this 5 or 10 minutes on this call, you need to be asking questions to really figure out, is this is the person you really need to lately pitch, right? If this is the person, so how this person handle the situation right now? You asking this question to find that niche, that angle, that need which you can fulfill. And if you don't see it, trust me, sometimes I honestly tell to my potential clients, you have a great vendor, we can do better than them. They do everything perfect. I'm very happy for you. And people don't believe me. They're like, I never heard anything like that from sales guy. I said, why would I lie to you? Because I can't give you better price. I can't give you better service. You have it perfect. But one thing I want to tell you, I'm very straightforward guy. If anything happened, God forbid, with your current vendor, can you promise I will be the first guy who will call? He said, I promise you. So you building relationships. So a lot of salespeople, they make mistake. They treat win or lose conversation with the client. It's a wrong approach. You need to change your mindset. B2B sales, it's all about building relationships, like you said. And relationships, they're not finished if somebody tells you already have a vendor. They just starting. You just got good information which you can ask more questions. So what do you like about your vendors? This is the best question to get something bad about their vendor. To ask, what do you like the most about your vendors? And they usually say this good thing, and then the third thing usually bad. Oh, actually, we need to wait 2 weeks to get a truck, or they require a lot of sorting from us, or their reports usually like different format. Boom! Now you understand how you can position yourself and sell. Great, we work nationwide. All locations have same standard report. We provide report within 3 days. You can book a truck within 2 days. Do you want to give us a try? See, this is how you get into any business from cold call or from cold prospecting. This is pretty much formula. Sell 10 minutes, ask questions, find the angle how you can provide value, build a bridge to this, and then you can have a chance to close and get at least opportunity to provide your service.
Wonderful. Wonderful, Victor. You have explained it very well. Now let's come to the getting the right people. You just said that you need perseverance and a lot of time, just like this latest one. It took 2 years of chasing, of persevering, of being connecting with the potential client till they decide to become your client. A lot of salespeople do not have that mindset. A lot of people then keep on changing companies. And if you look at, if you get such employees or such people working for you who keep on looking at different prospects. They are right in their own way. There has to be a continuity of people who can carry on relationships. It cannot be you all the time. So,
Right.
how do you make sure that you are hiring the right sort of people in your sales, especially, so that they are there to not just find value in you, but also find value in the work they do and find value in building long term relationships for the company? Because for that, they have to be in the company. So
This is
it is a both way game. And for that, you have to hire top performers or right performers.
right.
How do you do that? How do you hire people? Because in your company, as you said, if the gestation period to get new clients can be long, then you need to have employees, performers who can think in terms of EQ and IQ both. How do you
That's
do?
true. Right. It's a good question. So it's very important to build a team of top performers, because top performers, this type of people, they just have different mindset. You can't make person top performer. The person can improve his or her efficiency by being surrounded by top performers, but this person will never become top performer. This is just like Alexander the Great. He has very simple way to hire warriors to his army. His general, who was like selecting people, right, new warriors, he came to the guy and he tried to like scare him, and he looked at the reaction, and if the face become white, it means the person got scared, and if the face become red, it means the person get angry. They hired only people who naturally become angry when they fear like some threat. We don't do this way, of course, because we don't fight, we don't kill people. But for sales, there is a technique we use. And I want to give this secret to everybody who watching this, so they can take some takeaway from this video, from this interview. The best way to find a top performer for your job, for sales especially, and not just for sales, for anything, usually should work. And this is, once we implemented, we started hiring only top performers. We maybe made mistake out of 50 people, maybe 1 or 2 times. This is, you have first pre-screening interview. Pre-screening interview will take like 5-10 minutes. You don't need to do yourself. You can hire somebody, or somebody on your team can do this pre-screening interview, because the pre-screening interview just to figure out if this person top performer or not. That's it. This is the only goal. So you post the ad that you hiring top performers, you put terms, how much you're gonna pay. People come and you have interview via Zoom, and you ask question. Tell me why you a top performer. Why should I hire you? Person telling you, it doesn't matter what person said. Absolutely irrelevant. No matter what this person said, you tell one the first person finish, you say, yeah, it doesn't sound me like you top performer. So you give immediately rejection to the person, and you see natural reaction. How person, because nobody expect to get punched in the face on the interview right away. And this natural reaction immediately tell you if it's a top performer or not. And if you hire these people, you will succeed. I can tell. We increased number of appointments last year because we hired top performers 500% in 1 year, from compare Q1 and Q4. 5x, just because we hired people, right people. We gave them the same training which we were giving the previous people. Those people just wasn't able to be persistent, consistent, and get it right. Because you can't change personality, you can't change mindset. So it's all about people. You need to hire right people. It doesn't mean they're more expensive, no. Because the second thing in successful sales, it's a compensation plan. You need to develop the compensation plan for top performers. So the difference between compensation plan for regular salespeople and for top performers, that the top performer, they prefer to have low base salary and different tiers of commission. The more they either book appointments or sell, the more money they make. And there is no cap. If there is no cap, they want to work like this. You want to have these people because they like entrepreneurs. They work for you, but their mindset, they like entrepreneurs. This is people will make any company successful.
Right. Right, Victor. You have given really shared some great secret, and I'm sure a lot of people will benefit out of this. Now, but then this is just a show. You can only learn as much as that is possible from Victor at this hour. How do people learn more from you? How do the business people connect with you to get your services? And also do tell us about your podcast. You are also a podcast host, The Contributors. So tell us, that's the show you run. So tell us about this. How do people connect with you for business as well as more knowledge? And what about the podcast show? How do people get more knowledge from you through your podcast show?
Absolutely. I would love to. Yes. So I have a YouTube podcast, which is The Contributors. I call this podcast The Contributors because, first of all, I would like to contribute back to the community everything I learned through my life. I've been in business since 1997 and it's a long way to rock and roll. I have a lot of things to share. And I interview people who achieve way more than myself and they share their insights and I'm working on it. And plus I record some single videos. So if anybody wants to learn about how to start business, how to grow business, how to build the blue ocean, how to do sales, how to hire people. First of all, I post every week, usually on Saturday, a long format video from like 5-7 minutes to like 20, 30, 40-minute interview with different entrepreneurs and executives who have insights, who change in the world. And every day I post a short videos on different topics about entrepreneurship, about investment. So if you guys would like to get new information, new insights, so there's no nonsense, there is no bullshit. All information you're getting from this channel, it's either I learn it through myself. It's not something I read in the book and I just telling you this, because if it doesn't work, I have no idea. I only post videos about things I really tried. And I can tell you, I tried and I failed, so don't do it. Or I can tell you, I tried it, this is work. So check it out. Just if you go on YouTube, just The Contributors, you will find the channel, subscribe and enjoy the video. And if you have any questions, feel free. You can send me in description for the channel, my contact information. You always can contact me. I would love to. If you have any need for business, success logic business in the United States, feel free to reach out to me. We can always help you as well.
Right, Victor. My last question to you, Victor, is that you have seen tough times, difficult times, but you have achieved what you have achieved. You can say with your hard work, with the way you could see things and the way you planned your life. Now you are at a very successful stage of your career, of your life. You can decide things and you can steer things the way you want. What is it that you seek for yourself now? Where do you want to go from here on?
That's a very good question. I would like to become a better version of myself, to be honest. This is what I'm working on every day. I read a lot, meditate a lot, and I'm trying to learn from people who achieve I achieve some things, but there is a lot of things to achieve, because my ultimate goal, I would like to do what Andrew Carnegie did. He got the richest man in the world when he was 42 years old, and the rest of his life he spent by giving back all his money, all his experience, everything. So his goal was to go, or like when he passed away, there's no money left. Everything contributed. This is why I called my channel The Contributors. I want to contribute my knowledge. I want to contribute everything. So I'm working right now on this goal, accumulating wealth, accumulating people, accumulating like community around me, people who can help me, so we can together make this world a better place from educational perspective, from mindset perspective, from business efficiency perspective, from all these angles. So my goal just, so everything I learned, everything I got and achieved was given to me by God, and I want to be like a vessel. So it's not just sitting in me; it goes through me to people. So the more I get, the more I can give. This is my kind of ultimate goal, to be like a huge vessel through which all these blessings go: financial, wisdom, resources, and positive attitude, I would say.
Wonderful, wonderful. On this positive note, it's a wrap on this very special edition of the KJ Masterclass Live. Thank you so much indeed for joining us.
Thank you so much, Ajay. It was a pleasure talking to you and being on your channel. Thank you.